Hey, what's up, guys? Back again with another vlog. It is 2:36 in the morning. Um, what a day today has been. It has been like such a weird day. Um, I cried today because of something my mom said, and I've just been in a really weird mood today. On the good news, though, I did finish my assignment. So that means I'm officially done with all my stuff for summer school. I have no assignments left for summer school, so all I have left is I have my driver test, my G test this Thursday, and have to sort a couple things out the house. But other than that, I'm basically all done. So that's nice. My day at work was pretty nice, pretty chill, and yeah. The only thing that kind of sucked today was on the drive home from work. My mom told me, well, first of all, my mom asked me if I had finished my assignment, to which I had said no. And then talked about, like, why do I always leave things to the very last moment? And she just went off on me. She got so mad at me out of nowhere, it feels like. Like, she was just, like, ragging on me the whole car ride home. Keep in mind, I was driving, so I couldn't, I was focusing on the road, so I didn't want to, get angry or anything. And I'm pretty good at managing my emotions for the most part. So, I didn't, yell or get mad or anything. I was just, calm the whole time. Internally, I was screaming. But in the car, I was, numb, I guess. I didn't really react. I just kind of was meh. Neutral, I guess. Definitely quiet. But it's I don't want to argue. Because it's only going to make me angrier. So, the best thing I can do is to just not talk. And yeah, it was definitely a lot of not so nice stuff in there that she said, but she has a point. It's just, I don't know if what she said is going to help me. I mean, I did finish my assignment today, so there's that. But I also, spent 2 hours after I got home just sitting there, just crying and stuff, and not really doing much else other than that. Just kind of sitting, watching, listening to music. And I was trying to do my assignment during those first 2 hours, just looking, but I just couldn't. I couldn't read even, because my mind was just full. And I couldn't focus for a good 2 hours. Plus I was hungry, but I felt contempt, and so I was I don't want to eat. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to see your face. So I was in a pretty bad mood, all things considered. And I mean, yeah, makes sense. My mom said some pretty nasty stuff. not like swearing or anything, but just like very like discouraging stuff, like very like rude, I guess, kind of. Basically just like ragging on me. I'm trying to think of like the correct words. The one thing that I do remember very distinctly was that if I do fail again this upcoming year, then to expect that I won't be getting any other support from then on. So, yeah, that's a little scary to think about. But, I mean, it makes sense. I'm trying to think of what the word was. It's not demotivating, it was very like. I can't think of the word. I'll probably remember it as I'm trying to go to sleep. But it was like. Just like very discouraging, saying stuff like, if you're gonna be like this your whole life, you'll never amount to anything. I think that you'll never amount to anything. I think that's the term I was looking for. Like, you'll never become something. You'll never be someone. Like, if you keep procrastinating like this, you'll never amount to anything. I think that's what it was. That's what I kept thinking to myself. You'll never amount to anything. And I don't know, it just made me feel like nothing, made me feel worthless. Even though that's not the case. And hearing that from your own mom kind of hurts a lot. So yeah, that was kind of like the worst part of my day for sure. But thankfully it's over now. Tomorrow I don't have any work, so I'll sleep in a bit. I'm gonna be meeting my friend from high school, who I haven't seen in like years, tomorrow, so I'm actually really looking forward to that. Because I miss her and I want to see her again and catch up. And then I have a double shift on Wednesday, so I'll be working like 10 and a half hours that day, I think. And then Thursday's my drive test, so I have to book a day off, I think, for that. Because it's in the morning and I work in the morning. But yeah, I have to, I think. Which kind of sucks. Because the drive test is not going to last like the whole day, is it? Right? But yet I have to probably book the whole day off, which kind of sucks. But yeah, at least I'm done with all my schoolwork. So yeah. I also read a little bit more of that book. House of Leaves is what it's called, I believe. I almost forgot. I read a little bit more of it today, and yeah, it's really scary, guys. There's one moment in the book where the character, the Johnny guy, was describing how like he was walking down a hallway like in a tattoo parlor at his work because he felt off or something, and all of a sudden like he noticed that like it was getting like darker, and he started smelling something absolutely foul behind him, and without even turning around he knew that there was something behind him. Like he could just feel its presence, and it felt like he couldn't move. And he felt something was staring at him, hunting him. And he turned around and like saw something. But it was like also part of his imagination. Like he couldn't fully realize whether what he saw was real or not. It was like a beast of some sort just like staring at him with like pinpoint pupil eyes, like, and something like something about it like biting into his neck or with its claws or something. And the way it also mentioned like that this creature was behind me, like the reader, or in front of you, or like in your peripheral vision, and to keep reading. Like it literally said in the book, don't look away, keep reading the page, like don't look behind you. And that gave me like shivers, dude. Like I got chills just now just thinking about it. Like the thought that there's like something behind you and you can't turn around, that's scary, bro. That is so scary. And then later on, as I was reading, like I turned around like in real life, and I swear I saw something behind my bed, like a shadow or something, like hiding behind my bed for like a brief moment. And I don't know, that freaked me out, bro. It was probably just my imagination, but because I was like scared. But dude, that's so scary. Because it, the way he described it reminds me of like something that I experienced, where it's like you think you see something moving in your peripheral vision, or like you thought you saw something, right, for like a split second, but then it's gone, right? And that's what he described. Like he didn't even know if what he saw was actually there, or like, because like when he turned around, he saw nothing. In his imagination, he saw the monster, but when he actually turned around, he saw nothing. But then he said something along the lines of either it didn't exist or now it doesn't exist, or something about like it was there but it's not there anymore the second he turned around. But it was there, like it was there, but it's like newly empty. Like when he turned around, like it wasn't always empty. It was only once he turned around that there was nothing. That kind of freaks me out, because sometimes I get that feeling too, like sometimes when I'm like alone, and I swear if I'm like feeling like jittery or scared, I like turn, right, and I swear I see something like a shadow or something of someone or something, you know what I mean? And that's kind of like scary to think about, because like obviously there's nothing there, but for like that millisecond in your peripheral vision when you're turning around and everything's like blurry still, maybe there was something there. You don't know. Obviously, like I'm not like a big ghost believer, so for me it's just like my imagination, I think, because like I want to be scared. But it's kind of crazy how your mind plays tricks on you like that and makes you think that something is there for even a brief moment, because our brains are not 100% reliable. We can imagine some pretty freaky stuff. So yeah. And I also got to a really interesting part in the book. I think I'm on chapter 4, where this was about the Davidson record, like the house. Like they came back from a vacation, and there's a whole new room in their house that was not there before, and it was connecting the master bedroom to the kids' bedroom. And it's just like a little hallway, like a 4-foot wide, 5-foot long hallway with glass, like clear doorknobs. And there's nothing in like the little hallway. Like it's completely empty with like dark with like black or like dark gray walls or something, or it was like pitch black but with like a gray shimmer or something it was described as, and it was just like empty, like nothing in there at all. And they measured, like they found the blueprints for the house, right? And oh my gosh, it's so creepy. They measured the length from the far end of the master bedroom to the far end of the kids' bedroom, from the inside and from the outside. And I think it was from the outside, it was like, what was it? I think from the outside, it was like, it was either 32 feet and 3/4 or 32 feet and 1/4 long. I don't remember which one, but it was like basically the inside, when they measured from the far end of the bedrooms, it was 1/4 inch longer on the inside than on the outside. And then they go into detail about how they measured, they double checked, they triple checked. Davidson got his brother Tom, who's like in construction and whatever, to make double check. But then when Tom came over to measure, instead of the inside being 1/4 inch longer, it became 5/16 of an inch longer. Tom says that Davidson must have mismeasured 1/4 inch, and that it was actually 5/16 of an inch longer the whole time. But something makes me think that Davidson actually did properly measure that it was 1/4 inch longer, but that over the couple days that they spent waiting for Tom to come over, that it grew that extra 1/16 of an inch. And that freaks me out, bro. Can you imagine, like, you come home one day after a vacation and there's just like a whole new room in your house that's never been there before, just out of nowhere. And then over time, that room slowly starts getting longer and longer without you realizing. Isn't that crazy? Because, like, if you weren't measuring, like, you wouldn't notice because it's such a small change over such a long time. But eventually you'll notice, right? And then you'll notice, like, how messed up it is. And that just, I don't know why that freaks me out, but it does. I don't know. That's creepy. But yeah, today was a pretty messed up day for me, not gonna lie. My day at work was actually really nice though. Someone new came in today, like someone training to be like a front of house director, and he was pretty funny. So it was nice to meet him, and I got to go outside a little bit. I was wearing my shorts today at work, but I was mainly on register. But it was nice. It was actually pretty busy, so time went by pretty quickly. And I even got a shout out in the work Discord by one of the shift leads about how we were doing a good job despite how busy it was. So that was pretty good. But yeah, that's basically it for today's vlog. I will talk to y'all tomorrow. See ya.